Yeah, hello guys. I'm live and this just the first test to see if there are some of the programming university students out there that need help, need clarity in case about Web3 development. Just come, ask question, let's discuss together. What do you need if you are going into web development, especially Web3 development? So ask your question and let's discuss. In EVM, in Solana development, mobile, like Solana now is going to mobile, into different things like developer in general, do you start your part and all those things. So welcome to the first episode of Ask Me, anything on your Web3 development journey. You are new, you want clarity, you have questions about different blockchain. How do you get started with Web3 development? So it's ask me anything time. Just ask me question about to give you clarity. Put it in the live chat. What question do you have about so ask me anything, yeah, about Web3 development. In the chat. So let's discuss. Let's discuss, guys. This is the first episode. You like me to do, or which specific maybe specific topic or things you like to focus on at each section. So let me know. It's ask me anything section about Web3 development. Are you a starter? You are confused. How do you start? What blockchain can you develop on? Solana, SVM like Solana, EVM like Ethereum, and things like that. Ask me question about Web3 development. Yeah. So just put it in the live chat. That's the essence. Then if we got participation, there may be next live stream, we can make it, try to look at what. Okay, how do you feel about AI like ChatGPT? Do you use it? Yeah, that is liable C7. Yeah, when it comes to Web3 development, right, as a developer, these AIs are okay. I use them very, very well. Like, I want to really enjoy AI with web development, 3 development. I think the one I usually use is look for AI that is integrated to an IDE. For now, ChatGPT directly is not integrated into IDE, though you can review code and things like that, but you will. And what the GPT that power ChatGPT is being used in a lot of IDE, AI powered IDE, even VS Code. We have, VS Code, though there are other, popular, what do you call it? AI-based IDE now. You understand? So AI IDE. you know. But VS Code is now doing well as well. And most of the AI integration are free. You have massive time for free with it. So I use a lot of them. I use a lot. There are also popular ones like Cursor. Cursor as well is there with AI. So yeah, Walker Clark 4. Thank you for joining. This is Ask Me Anything about Web3 development. So you are welcome to dProgramming University. I'm Foskaay. So it's Ask Me Anything about Web3 development with Foskaay. And this is the first episode, just testing things out. So maybe in upcoming episode, we might have theme, like specific thing we want to discuss about. Then we now go from there. So you guys ask me anything about Web3 development. Are you just starting your Web3? Introduce yourself in the live chat. Then which stage are you? What clarity do you want? Let's talk. I've been in Web3 crypto since 2017. So I have years of experience. I've, coached, hundreds of students. So hundreds of students and, things like that. And please, when you come to the live chat, please ask questions that make sense with what we are doing. If not, I got no time to waste. I will just block you off from the channel. So, Walter Clark, I don't know what you mean. So ask your question clearly. If it makes no sense, I will block you off. You can't come to my live chat and be asking questions that are useless. You understand? So this is not place to do any racist things or something. I'm providing value, and these are paid things that I'm deciding to start doing free. So if you come here to ask useless question or to do any racist comment in my live stream live chat, I will ban you permanently from this channel. You won't have access to it. So don't come around and joke with me. It's not this. I know the worth of what I'm doing here for free. So you don't come and useless around here. It's not meant for people like that. So for likeable C, if you are still with me, let me know. Did I answer your question? Was about how do you feel about AI like ChatGPT? Do you use them? I think I've answered that. I use it, but as a developer, if you want to get the best, then you had better use integrated IDE, integrated AI. So ChatGPT is powered by GPT. Like, I think they just released GPT-5 now, but GPT-3, GPT-4, 4.5, and things like that. So use IDE that have those AI in it. That means your code will be there. Then you can easily interact with those AI for your development. So for your web development, especially Web3 development and more. So than going to type it inside ChatGPT and taking the code back, it's not that convenient. So just, if you are watching, welcome to free Ask Me Anything about Web3 development. You are just starting. Introduce yourself in the live chat. Then what do you want to know about Web3 cryptocurrency development anywhere you are in the world? So I've got years of experience. You can check dProgramming. We discuss about done courses where hundreds of students have enrolled about Web3 development. So you talk of SVM like Solana, talk of EVM, Ethereum, Polygon, Avalanche, and more. Just let's discuss, and maybe in future live stream we can now focus on specific. You understand? Maybe you want me to come on specific, like Solana now they are focusing also on Solana mobile. I've done courses on it. So this is just opportunity for you to be live with me, ask your question. If you are trying to, go live, like into Web3 development, you want clarity or you want specific, it's time for you to, ask it in the live chat. It's time for you. It's time for you to ask in the live chat. So it's time. Free, ask me anything about Web3 development with Foskaay. This is the Programming University. So got you free courses. You can check them out on the channel on Solana, EVM, and more. So what you like to have clarity about on Web3 development, this is your best chance and time to ask about it. So that's what we're discussing about now. Ask me anything about Web3 development. That's the section. So for those that don't know, welcome to the Programming University. We've been for years now, been in crypto Web3 since about 2017. I think into crypto development since 2020 in the Programming University. So it's an opportunity now to have live discussion on your Web3 development. What Kuma was the you have seen recently? Yeah, that's an interesting. As a developer, I think the most interesting in terms of that make cross-border payment easier. That's the major one I've seen. So interesting. Not majorly, in crypto, there are a lot of it's majorly all these meme things, but I don't really have interest in that because for me they got no value. It's just about people, the blockchains that make money from it. That's how they just hype it a lot. It is more of being able to have your crypto used for payment and things like that. So, and recently I think I was using Elio. Elio was able to try to use it to make sales for products and things like that. So, but for you, do you have anyone that's most impressive Web3 application? Do you have? Kuma, if you also have seen, share it below as well. So, and for those that are just joining, welcome to more, and you can also suggest we might also make this more consistently and maybe focus on each section. Want to ask question about SVM like Solana development. Like Solana now is going more into mobile development. So got question about it. Ask, you want to start your career in Web3 development, crypto blockchain development. You want some level of clarity. What do you need to learn? Front end, back end, full stack. Those are things I'm here to answer your question about. So Kuma, I hope I've been able to answer your question about that. And you can also suggest if you've got apps, Web3 application, so far you can share it there. So, and if you are seeing this, say hi in the live chat and ask your question about Web3 development and let's discuss. Yeah, let's discuss. I believe we're learning together. Great answer, thanks. Okay, yeah, you are welcome. It's my pleasure. I'll be a pleasure, or how they call it. Yeah, it's my pleasure, and like to provide support. You can check, subscribe, tap the notification bell, and check our videos. We got a lot of Web3 development, especially I did a course about 18 hours that gets you started in Web3 development. Yeah. So everything like front end, those things you need to learn, back end, and things like that. Integration with Solana, with Ethereum. So Kuma, you are welcome. So for as many that are live is ask me anything about Web3 development. So put it in the live chat and we'll discuss about it. I'll try my best to answer it. Some people are confused, like, oh, Web3, is it the same with Web2? Do I need special knowledge? But no, Web3 is just like an advance of Web2 with like decentralized technology added. So if you've got knowledge as a Web2 developer, okay, something that is in is beating saw. I think for a long time I've heard about beating saw as well. I'm checking them out because it's been a long time I heard about them. Been a long time, long time. Yeah, for back end, do you think Python is still good enough for Web3, or do you think it is worth living or learning Solidity? Yeah, Kuma, that's a good question. Let me take it one by one. The first question is, for back end, do you think Python? Yeah, Python is a very good something, especially with AI. You understand? Python is very good. But in Web3, in development, you understand? So there's nothing you learn in development that will be a waste. So if you have learned Python, please hold it, keep it. It will be useful one day. I'm telling you the reality. But now from there, you begin to learn anything relating to JavaScript, React, JS, React Native, and things like that. Then when you now think about, do you think it's still worth learning Solidity? Yeah, it's still worth it, because though Ethereum, EVM, there are a lot of blockchain using EVM, Solidity. Today is still the most popular Web3 programming language you can learn. And I should even tell you it's the easiest, because the other alternative is like Solana, and Solana use Rust, and Rust is complex. That's just the fact. It takes a while to take hold of Rust. So Solidity is still easier, and though Ethereum, EVM, Ethereum is saying, Vitalik Buterin, they are saying they want to change Solidity, but that will take years, maybe another 2-3 years, even if they change it. So Solidity is still like the best programming language you will learn when it's just Web3. And there are a lot of blockchain that are using it, a lot of blockchain, EVM blockchain that are using it. So, because except if you are out of EVM, then you can talk about SVM like Solana, that you'll be talking about non-EVM. You understand? So that's did you get that, or you need more clarity on it, Kuma? Let me know. If you are just joining, like the video, subscribe, tap the notification bell. I'm opening up to free ask me anything about Web3. Ask me anything about Web3 development. So if you want to go into Web3 development, you are trying to get clarity, let me know. Having yes, you can check a lot of content we've done, did about in the program university about Web3 development, Solana, EVM, Ethereum, and more. 18 hours, 11 hours, and 6 hours getting you started in Web3. So you may want to check it out as well. Thank you. Just like the video. Yeah, thank you so much. Live stream to focus on something specifically in Web3. Then we can discuss that as well. We can discuss that. So thank you so much. Yeah, Foskaay. So with Foskaay, I have years of experience training hundreds of students in Web3 development. And you doubt that, just go into this channel, dProgramming, and check my video. Go to the dProgramming University platform. Hundreds of students have taken our courses for free. So it's asked me anything time about Web3 development. So you can ask your question there now. So for those that have joined, I've asked, see that I will pick and respond to your question in detail. So I will answer your question in detail. What are those questions you got about Web3 development? How about for front end? Is it vanilla JavaScript good enough? I will even put you, Kuma, please. It seems my network is just rolling. Can you still hear me? Put it in the live chat, because I don't want to answer. Still hear me, Kuma? So I want to answer your question. How about for front end? Can you still hear me? Network is not really working here. Can you still hear me, Kuma? Can you still hear me, Kuma? Because I want to answer your question, but it's saying network and it's rolling on my end. So I want to be sure you are hearing me. Okay, yeah, I'm going off a bit at times. Okay, thank you. That means you are even with me here. Good. Yeah, so let me explain your question. Why I'm doing that, I want to get you a course I've done. I'm coming. Please hold on with me, Kuma. I want to get you a question. Sorry, I said the question. Yeah, I think I got this. Full stack Web3 development. Wow. Is this network? Yeah, okay, seems I'm back. See, let me for Web3. I'm typing this full stack development. Check. Yeah, I'm posting you a video link now from the channel. Yeah, so now let me now answer your question, Kuma. Is that now, how about the front end? Is React or Angular worth learning? When you are talking about Web3 development, I will just, based on experience, suggest to you that you should stick with JavaScript framework, web, and React JS for mobile. You understand? So you pick the part you are going, web or mobile. So now React, JavaScript based. Angular is also, but Angular is not that popular in Web3. It's more of React. You understand? And that link I sent you is for you to get started. It's covers using React JS to build Web3 development, full stack, both the front end, the back end of Web2, and then going into blockchain, including Solana and Ethereum. You understand? So how about the front end? So React JS, then for mobile React JS for normal, React native for mobile. Yeah. So React is more. I have developed even more with React in terms of React JS, Next.js. Yeah. Using Next.js. Next.js is based on React. Yeah. Angular is not much popular. I'm not saying you can't use it, but when you are starting, it's good you also use framework that you can easily find resources. So you will find it very difficult a bit for you to see Web3 development resources for front end with Angular. So that's why you might be better to stay with React related. That's the link there for you. You can check it. That's a whole 18 hours course that take you from beginner into Web3. Web3 development, I'll put it in the live. Maybe for Web3, I'm coming. Maybe I should retype this since I made mistake in the, beginner course for full stack. So welcome, ask me anything. Full stack. So I want to retype it and pin it for those that will be coming in. Full stack. Or can I even edit this one I posted before? Let me see. Beginner course. I'm coming, Kuma. I'm trying to type something for full stack Web3 development. So it covers front end plus back end plus block. So it's part 1 and 2. Both of them are free. I will answer your question, Kuma, if you are still with me. Do this so that others can as well. Yeah, so free beginner course for full stack Web3 development, backend, blockchain, like Solana / Ethereum. Yeah. So I think this makes some more sense now. So once this is, I will pin it. So for full stack development, popular stack is Python plus React JS. Okay, Kuma, is that from your own experience? Which platform is using that? Because for me, EVM and Solana have been well experienced in those. They don't really use Python in Web3. Yeah, Python, there are some Python things, but in Web3 development, you have like, let's say 3 aspects you want to handle, or 2, front end and back end. For your front end, focus on focus on JavaScript base. focus on JavaScript base, which is React JS for mobile, React for web, React native for mobile. So for back end, for example, not everything you can put on blockchain. That's why in that course, you will learn about Supabase. So you can learn Supabase to put some things that you can't put on blockchain, because saving data on blockchain is very costly. So you can save on that, on the some things that you can update or things like that. Save it in like Web2 backend like Supabase. It is in that course. Then blockchain, some things that you can keep in blockchain. Then for blockchain, you can learn Solidity if you want to go into EVM like Ethereum, Polygon, Avalanche, a lot. There are more than 50 now. L1, L2, L1, L2, L3, L5. So those are the things. For me, Python is good for you when you are talking about AI. So maybe if you are looking at some aspect of integrating AI with Web3, Python will be. But when you talked about core of just Web3 and front end, no. You had better look at Solidity, or for Solana is Rust. For core of Solana is Rust. So then for a beginner, what Kuma asked for a beginner, what blockchain do you recommend? Solana or Ethereum? Basically, when you talk about the most popular blockchain now in terms of activity and all those things, Solana. That's the fact. I'm here. You would have seen recently I do more about Solana, because the fact and reality is that currently now you cannot directly launch dApp, your project on Ethereum. It's too costly. It's too costly so that is why there are a lot of L2 built on Solana. You understand? So sorry for any background noise. There are a lot of L2 now built on Solana. On Ethereum. Ethereum is so costly now, you can't build directly on it. So don't think of even saying you want to launch a Web3 project now and you are using Ethereum. And who will pay for those gases? So that is why the best option presently, based on that, the two, I'm not talking about versus other blockchain, is Solana, because the transaction is cheap and is the most popular now in terms of people, because it's cheap and it's fast. So Ethereum is slow and costly. Just try to deploy a contract on mainnet of Ethereum. Just try to, Kuma, I see that makes sense. It's so expensive now. For example, now if you want to deploy smart contract on Solana, on blockchain now, it will cost you like maybe 0.5, 1 or 2 or 3 ETH, depending on your blockchain, on your smart contract. Look at it. 1 ETH now is about $3,000. So if you now need about 1,500 to 5,000 or 6,000 just to deploy, no, it doesn't make any sense economically. So, but now Solana is just about maybe even 200. So, and most Solana dApp you will launch, maybe you will spend like 1 or 2 or 3. That's still about 500. And then subsequent transaction is so cheap for your users. And then there are even a lot of, you don't even need to deploy your own contract. For example, if you want to build an exchange, they already blockchain that are already there doing that you can, I'm not saying blockchain, I mean there are protocols, you can use, and then you won't need to even spend money on launching your own so you save money on the smart contract and just use existing. But when you are even use existing, it's so still costly for people to transact. For example, now when you want to do Uniswap, you want to do trade on Uniswap, you know how much it costs compared to when you want to do it on maybe like Jupiter and other swap on Solana. So that's why. So cheap, fast. That's why Solana is leading them now. So, and you don't, it's cheap, it's fast. So for those that are just joining, we are welcome to free Ask Me Anything about Web3 development. This is the first episode. So if I see based on your, how people respond to this, we might be doing more of this as well. And what would you like to do? You like to maybe next episode to focus on some things more? Let me know in the video. You want to like, subscribe, tap the notification bell. You want to like, subscribe, tap the notification bell. Kuma, for it though, what do you think of L2 on it, such as base or optimism? Yeah, in terms of L2, if we are thinking about Ethereum L2, the L2 are the only best option because they are faster and cheaper than normal Ethereum. So the only thing you will need to just be looking at is what we call the what do I even call these things, like how are people using this thing? You understand? Like what was he able to pull? The community, the resources. Do they offer grants to support you when you are starting? You get things like that. Because one thing I don't really like about a lot of all this L2 is they used to feel they are as big as Ethereum. So they make mistake of not giving enough support for beginner developers. You understand? They don't give enough support in terms of grants and things to encourage builders. So they make that mistake. They are not Ethereum. They are not as big as Ethereum, but they make the mistake. That is part of those things that attracted me to Solana. In Solana, you get a lot of opportunity in terms of grants. But Solana also is already making that mistake. Solana people, guys, especially a lot of those guys handling their development team now feel they're already big. So I used to be a very good fan of Super Team. You get grants, you build things, but now a lot of those people felt they are big. And that's the mistake a lot of them do, So it's so difficult now. You do things, they just trash it. You have to build big projects, going viral. No, doesn't. Web3 as a whole it's just even getting started. But these guys already feel they are ahead, like they're already big. So it's really affecting, but they are not seeing it like that for now. So because people are shouting it Solana, and things like that. So, but if you get any L2 that actually understand the power of beginner in terms of developer and support you, go there, launch there. Once your project has actual use, you build your own people, focus on your own user and where blockchain is actually useful for it. You might even become the biggest used dApp on that blockchain. So for me, I'm not a proponent of just a blockchain. Any blockchain that supports especially with grants initially when you start as a beginner, because Web3 projects have not really grabbed use like that. So you might need, grants to keep you going in the initial stage. So if you see blockchain that are more beginner friendly for use getting started, I'm for it. Go for it. It's not compulsory they are popular. You don't need. It's not their popularity that help your own something. See, get that straight, Kuma, and anyone watching. It's not the popularity of the blockchain you are in that determine the popularity of your dApp. No. Because a lot of time, this blockchain don't even promote you, don't help you, except you are big. I'm telling you the fact. They don't support you, they don't promote you. Solana used to do that like a year ago with likes of like Super Team. Now, you got to be big before they do that. They support you. So you are on your own. So why not just use any blockchain that fit that your Web3 and it's cheap for your user to use. Any blockchain. But for now, just don't use Ethereum directly. You can use L2. So if you see that base is what the transaction speed and fee is okay for you, do it and do something that serve your user and grow. Then the blockchain, you can charge them. You understand? Just don't focus on, because that's why you see a lot of all those focused blockchain are just about meme coin, dApp and things like that. Even Solana, go on. How many projects now are really pulling? Forget about the hypes. I'm a developer in all these things. I've been there. Forget about their hypes. Everybody hype the project that is. Look at actual real world use cases, not crypto people alone. Like people that actually look at AI now, ChatGPT, all those things. It's not about IT or guys. People actually use this thing. They find value there. That's what I'm saying. So if you build something like that, serve people out there for real, feel free to use any blockchain. I'm talking from experience. Just make sure it achieve maybe about two things majorly. It's cheap first. The transaction is cheap. Then fast. People don't need to wait as you grow. People don't need to wait too long to do transaction. Those two things are important. Then three, if they support beginner, they are not looking at you should have each transaction. They have grants that from day one, once you can build and start getting base use, they can. Not a lot of them now that it's always about big users. It's about no. So if you see that, then I would suggest you go for it. So that's so interesting. So welcome, like, subscribe, tap notification bell. Ask me anything of Web3 development. That's the section we are. What will be Becca good Bitcoin competitor? Okay, Ghost Amanda said, what will be better good Bitcoin competitor? In terms of development, I don't. Bitcoin is, for me, I don't see anyone competing with Bitcoin because, it's very difficult to see any other blockchain that will compete with Bitcoin. Because that aspect that Bitcoin is ruling now is store of value. And Bitcoin is not really for developer. Like you going there now, developing on it and things like that. So no. So Bitcoin is more of what crypto is actually about. Trading, store of value and things. And it's not supportive for developer. Bitcoin is not developer friendly, but it's serving its own purpose there. So, and any other one, Solana, all those things are just, but none of them can like replacing Bitcoin. Bitcoin is Bitcoin on its own. Just just leave all this. Don't follow this coins trying to sell you. All those things are deception. The next Bitcoin, none of them is the next Bitcoin. Not Solana, not Ethereum, nothing. Bitcoin is Bitcoin. But when you are now talking about smart contract development that we are focusing on as a developer here, yeah, then you can now start talking about those ones. But Bitcoin is on another lane entirely. So, Ghost Amanda, that's answering your question there. Bitcoin is on its lane entirely. So like, subscribe, tap the notification bell each time. This is the first episode actually, so as I get more feedback from you guys, we might be doing more. So ask me anything about Web3 development. You're just starting your journey. Let's share, let's discuss which blockchain to develop for, which language to learn, all those things. Let's talk about it. And thanks to guys that have been participating. Just ask in the live chat and then I will respond to it. Yeah. So I will respond to it. So let me know in the live chat. Kuma, I appreciate you answering my questions. Yeah, you are welcome. That's why I'm here. Free asks, what is the future of smart contract? When you create a smart contract, what tool do you use to check for security issues? Okay, so let's answer those questions one by one. So for this, so first, Ghost Amanda, is what is the future of smart contract? I think in that context, like probably there may be some changes, depending on the blockchain. There could be some changes in like the programming language used that might dominate. For example, you know that EVM currently use Solidity. And they said like, okay, there have been a lot of issues with it. You understand? So, like that. So, things like that. And they are now thinking, Vitaly Buterin is suggesting another Web3 development smart contract programming language. So, if that eventually take over, then we might see it popular. But for now, there's no much except for the fact that, maybe Web3 getting more adoption and things like that. Then when you are talking about Solana is using Rust. And so also adopting for other one, maybe like JavaScript, Python, and things like that. So there's not much in those areas yet. So then, okay, Kuma now asks again, when you create a smart contract, what tool do you use to check the security issues? Yeah, like now, depend on the, what do we call it? The blockchain you are developing for. Is it EVM? You understand? Or is it is it EVM? Is it like Solana and things like that? So those are what will depend on it, because there are some popular tools in, I think, EVM, like Slater. You understand? So I want to check some of it up even for you. So that one is like for analyzing Solidity and Viper. So like Solidity and Viper. Ghost Amanda, I will answer your question. No? Please stay with me. I'm answering Kuma now. I will answer your question. So for the security, smart contract, Mistral, Securify, and things like that. Then there are, for Solana, there are things called like S3, VROST, Radar. But I will suggest to you, if you are actually building things that people are using, you may want to use this security, smart contract, security firms and projects. So because if you don't really understand what smart contract security are, then using these tools, even using AI, might not be as helpful, because you don't even understand what you are looking for. You don't understand the flaw that smart contracts can have. You understand my point, Kuma? So that's why they have some of these blockchain security companies that may check the project for you. So now let's go to Ghosts. Amanda, do you think Bitcoin security protocol will eventually be broken through AI? I don't think so yet. Maybe when there is quantum computer. You understand that? Because AI is just telling you, okay, this AI depends also on computer. Before you can break that algorithm, you need to do some mathematical computation. And that is based on and look at the current AI we have now. Do you know how many power they are consuming? So the current capacity cannot run it. But if AI is now paired with like that quantum computer, you understand? Yeah, Kuma is saying, yeah, quantum computer can break it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then pair it with AI. But that is still a bit long term. And don't forget, quantum computer, before it gets to a level that it will get into individual hand of maybe hackers, black hackers that can now use it, it will take a while. Except or maybe, hacker player from countries. You understand? Because that quantum computer itself is still at development stage. So before it become normal thing, there are a lot of people will be able to use, and then you understand. So that's what I think about that in terms of the eventually broken. Yeah, they say quantum computer can break Bitcoin, but not sure. Not yet. It is just that, because this is mathematical calculation, the rate at which that quantum computer is let's say 1,000 times or 10,000 times of what we got now. So that is why they said it is not like it has been confirmed. Because don't forget, Bitcoin crypto work on cryptographic that we call 256 SHA algorithm. You understand? That allow you to run something like when you add A plus B, it gives you a SHA. And that SHA, for example, if you don't tell anybody what you use to make that SHA, what happens is that anytime anybody put A plus B, they will get the same SHA. But nobody can get that SHA and trace it back to your A plus B. And if anybody changes anything, let's say they remove A, that is gone. You understand? That is gone. So that's why. Okay, do I have another question from Ghost Amada? Thank you guys. Amada, have you liked and subscribed? I just still have like there. Have you liked the video and subscribed? So please remember to tap that notification bell and subscribe. Like the video. So now, okay, cool, that makes sense. Then guys, what the leader in quantum computer, I need to look that up for you guys. Yeah, I think IBM is widely considered the current leader. Then you have something like Google, Microsoft. So that was what I was saying, that for them to break the security, welcome to ask me anything about Web3 development. This is the first episode testing things out, and it's been interesting. I've been answering questions now. So if you are just joining, like, subscribe, tap notification bell. Put your question about Web3 development. You need clarity about it. I've been years experience in training hundreds of students in the, thousands of developers have gone through my courses in development, the program university. You can check it out. So who is the leader? So I've been answering them. So you can ask your question. Remember to like the video. Double tap your screen to like the video and ask your question. So the leader now in quantum computer is IBM, then Google. So that was what I was saying, that quantum computer is not yet available for everybody. Most companies that have it now will likely not be interested in just going to go and use it to break Bitcoin. You understand? Break sometime, because it's a very costly technology. So it's free. Ask me anything about Web3 development. So, and check the pin post as well. You can watch that course. Make sure you like the video. The likes are not much compared to people that are coming in. So make sure you like the video. It asks me anytime, anything for, Web3 development. So it asks me anything Web3 development. Thank you guys for those that have been participating. Thank you guys. So make sure you like the video and tap the notification bell. Ask me anything you want to know about Web3 development. So that's what we are discussing about. So ask me anything you want to know about Web3 development. So put it in the live chat and I'll be answering your question. Front end, back end development in Web3, blockchain to build with, what are opportunities in Web3 development and things like that. Guys that are on, like the video. Double tap to like. Ask me anything about Web3 development that you need some clarity or you want to share. Okay, I've been hearing about this Web3 development. I want to go into it. How do I get started? What should I learn? Or I'm learning this and things like that. Will AI replace developer? No. AI is not going to replace developer. So it's just that it makes things easier for developer. Then if you as a developer want to stay relevant, you will also need to know AI a lot, because I won't deny that a lot of people will lose their job, you understand, in development. So it's opportunity, but if you want to get solid, because you can build things, I achieve a lot of things now that might not achieve or build in 3 months. I build it in a matter of a week. And that will now even take more developers. So it will not replace developer. We are all human beings. Those that are building this thing, they are developers. Imagine AI. Can AI itself continue to survive without developer? Do you think we'll get to a level we just leave AI to be managing AI and they won't harm human being? No. So AI is not going to replace developer, but a lot of developers will lose their normal job. So that's why if you're a developer, it's good you adopt AI to enhance yourself, 10x your capacity. So I will look at your course, but what other dApp do you think will be good for a developer resume? Okay, if you are building resume, what course do I think? Yeah, dApps do I think? One is, what aspect are you going to? It matters a lot. Let your resume carry those things. And that course I told you to go and watch that pin will help you, because we actually built a portfolio, Web3 portfolio. Because don't just believe on resume. What is most important, anybody can come now and put on their resume that I built 20 apps, 20 dApps. What is so important is your portfolio, online portfolio. And that is part of what you'll be able to build in that course. It's free. Check it pinned. Is that you build a portfolio that shows things that relate to what you want to go into. For example, if you want to go into Web3 mobile development, then your portfolio should show example of mobile dApp you have built. If you want to go into security, your Web3 portfolio should show security dApp you built. If you want to go into maybe general, your portfolio should include things like exchange that you built. You understand what I'm saying? And things like that. So what really matters is, and it should have the repo. It should contain the sample. Go watch that video. It should have a portfolio. Your resume is not as important as your digital portfolio. Kuma, are you getting it, please? Your resume is not as important as your digital portfolio, and that is what you learn in that course. It's not as important as your digital portfolio, which should contain those that you've built, the front end example, they can see it and try to test it. Then the repo that shows how you built it. You understand? That they can see, they see when, as you are building and you are pushing to the repo. Not that you just went and fork it somewhere and say you are built. No. Nobody just hire you because you have resume. You understand? You have resume. Anybody can go and put it on their resume that I built 20 dApps and list them. It's your portfolio that anybody that want to hire you or give you a gig want to use. Even if you want to get grant or partnership, it's your portfolio, actual digital portfolio. Go watch that, how you get a domain, how you set up your portfolio site, Web3 portfolio dApp site. It has, people can see, you can connect Solana, Ethereum, all those things. Then, which app did you build? DApp did you build? Can they interact with the front end? What feature does he have? What blockchain does he use? You understand? Those are what is important. And your repo, don't joke with it. And must be open source, must be public. And when you are building it, you are contributing to it. And then also contribute to open source. You can also add that, okay, I've contributed to this project. It's an open source dApp. And you can link to that, your repo that you contribute there. Those are the things that you can add. Then before you can now use it to create your resume, your academics, and you put it there. I built like 10 apps, and this is my portfolio for people to check. And they can click it in that your resume. I believe most people submit resume now digitally. So they can click it and go to your portfolio. But you just list there, I built this, I built that. Who will hire you? You can't just tell me you built app. For example, as I'm talking to you now, I just told you, I'm a Web3 developer. I've built apps. I've taught students. You will doubt me. But then you just click on the channel, dProgramming, and you go and check it. You begin to see courses You understand? You go to the Programming University platform website, you see courses. Then you're like, wow, indeed, this guy knows what he's doing. You understand? Like that course now, you go there, you see me building for hours, teaching you. Won't you want to go there? You will go there. So that's what we are saying. So that's what gets you hired now, not resume that you just put resume and say you can build, you are a developer. Anybody can code them. Even in this AI age, people they believe they can always ask questions from AI. So, and then the next thing they call themselves developer. No. Nobody will just hire, especially in this AI. So free, you are welcome to free Ask Me Anything. It's a free Ask Me Anything about Web3 development. So feel free to ask. It's like we are like an hour now, maybe some minutes more to go. So guys, take the opportunity, ask me anything about Web3 development. Ask me anything about Web3 development. Ask me anything about Web3 development. So I'm here for you guys. Yeah, Kuma Games. Yeah, I will answer your question. Please stay with me. I'll be right back. I've been here for like an hour. I just want to, take on some things. I will be back, please. Yeah, I'm back, Kuma. Let me answer your question about, ask me anything about Web3 development. So, yeah, if you are just joining, make sure you like the video. I don't know why a lot of people are in here, and double tap your screen to like the video. So now, yeah, Kuma, do you think blockchains are good for games? Yeah, previously, sincerely, I've been in this for years. Blockchain was actually terrible for game, because the speed at which game plays is not able to keep on with it. That's the fact, and even till date. But there have been some improvement in the speed, like Solana now. There are some things coming up on Solana about games that is already getting interesting about games. So that particular thing now may make it super easier. You understand what I'm saying? May make it, like super interesting in terms of that. So because of the speed, that's the problem. Game deal with speed. And when you want to be putting every movement per milliseconds of player on the blockchain is not easy. You understand? It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not an easy something. So that's why it has suffered a bit of, delay and things like that. Game on blockchain. There are some games that are doing well in blockchain, but you cannot compare them to Web2 yet. You understand? So, in Web2 theory, a lot of things are just too much of hypes. That's just the fact. So, I don't come here to sweetmat you. I'm not here just supporting. I told you the fact. The Web3 has not seen success with game as much as Web2. So, not even close. So, you understand? So, it's just most trying, but things are gradually getting better once with all these, things pulling on and things like that. So, I think that's it in aspect of game. So, hope I'm able to answer your question, Kumar. Thanks for staying on. Yeah. So, for those, if you are just joining, is ask me anything. So ask me anything about Web3 development. So ask me anything about Web3 development. Ask me anything about Web3 development. So, and I am here to answer you. Ask me anything about Web3 development. Ask me anything about Web3 development. So for those joining, tap that like. Ask me anything about Web3 development. Your journey, clarity. You have been hearing about Web3 development, but you are not clear about what is it, how it works, what's going on. It's time to ask me anything about Web3 development. So I'm here to answer you. We've been having a lot, just put in the live chat. It's been so interesting time with a lot of people here. So it's been so interesting time with a lot of people here asking questions. So it's been so interesting. Ask your question and I'm here to answer you. So it's ask me anything. Ask me anything. I will likely be going on break. I'm using this for the first time, so I don't really even know if it has something that can show I'm on break. What brand new development in blockchain are you most excited in blockchain? Yeah, the excitement is just that blockchain is getting more exposure now. You understand? Because of the likes of President Trump in US. So with that, I think there will be more exciting thing. And also if a lot of all these blockchain leading guys can focus less on hype and more of actual use cases, it will be much interesting. You understand? It will be much interesting. So I want to even try something here. I don't know what this, I think it was, what's this? Please, I want to test something. I don't know what it will do. Saved. Okay, that's screenshot. So if you are just joining, ask me anything about blockchain. Ask me anything about Web3 development, blockchain development. Web3 blockchain development. So ask me anything about Web3 development. Yeah, since I'm back, ask me anything about Web3 development. Wow. It's been a very, very productive time with you guys, and also been the first time, for this. I appreciate, you guys. So I think we can just call it a day, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to check, like, subscribe, tap notification bell, and thank you so much for tuning in. Bye for now.